He's one of the most powerful and recognizable preachers of our time, Bishop T.D. Jakes. Known for his electrifying sermons, best-selling books, and inspirational leadership, Jakes has built an empire that stretches far beyond the church walls. But behind the pulpit and polished image lies a world of staggering wealth, lavish estates, and mounting controversy. In this video, we're going deep inside the billionaire life of the man who turned faith into fortune, uncovering the truth behind his massive net worth, influential empire, and the questions that continue to follow him. Buckle up. This is a story you won't want to miss. Bishop T.D. Jakes, a prominent American religious leader, entrepreneur, and media figure, has built a remarkable empire that spans ministry, publishing, film, and business. With a net worth estimated at $50 million, he founded the Potter's House, a non-denominational megachurch in Dallas, Texas, in 1996. Since then, it has grown into one of the largest churches in the country, drawing more than 30,000 members. While Jakes has publicly stated that he does not take a traditional salary from the church, its financial power, fueled by tithes, offerings, and global conferences such as MegaFest and Woman Thou Art Loosed, indirectly supports his broader ventures. For instance, T.D. Jakes Ministries generated $19 million in revenue back in 2000, and that number has likely increased with the expansion of his events and outreach. Beyond the pulpit, Jakes is a literary powerhouse. He has authored over 40 books, including multiple New York Times bestsellers like Instinct, Crushing, and Woman Thou Art Loosed. His works, which often focus on personal development, faith, and leadership, have sold more than 20 million copies globally, bringing in around $115 million in gross revenue. His writing success is bolstered by royalties, licensing, and international distribution. Through TDJ Enterprises, his media company founded in 1995, Jakes has also made his mark in Hollywood, producing successful faith-based films like Heaven is for Real and Miracles from Heaven, which have grossed millions at the box office. He also made a mark on television with programs like Get Ready and The T.D. Jakes Show, and while the latter was short-lived, it expanded his media footprint through partnerships with companies like Tegna and Debmar Mercury. Jakes has also appeared in or contributed to over 80 film and TV projects. TDJ Enterprises encompasses a wide array of businesses, including Dexterity Media, a film and television production arm, Dexterity Collective, a marketing firm, and Dexterity Ventures, which makes strategic investments in promising businesses. These ventures focus on community development and innovation, continuing to grow his influence beyond the pulpit. Online, Jakes has built a massive following. His YouTube channel for the Potter's House has amassed nearly 3 million subscribers and more than 595 million views, generating an estimated $709,000 in revenue. Combined with social media sponsorships, bringing in between $32,000 and $40,000 per week, T.D. Jakes has positioned himself as a multifaceted figure who blends faith, business, and media to create lasting cultural and financial impact. Thomas Dexter Jakes Sr., widely known as T.D. Jakes, born on June 9, 1957, in South Charleston, West Virginia, Jakes grew up in the tight-knit coal mining town of Vandalia. His family lived modestly. His father, Ernest Jakes Sr., worked as a janitor, but also showed entrepreneurial spirit by starting a cleaning business. His mother, Odith, was a devoted home economics teacher who instilled strong values of faith, education, and hard work in her children. T.D. Jakes was the youngest of 3 siblings, and early in life, he faced significant challenges, including a serious car accident at the age of 10 that required a long recovery. He also battled a stutter in his youth, which he eventually overcame through persistence and self-discipline, a sign of the determination that would define his life. Even as a teenager, Jakes showed signs of his future calling. He began preaching in small churches in his hometown, captivating audiences with his powerful voice and inspiring messages. At just 25 years old, in 1982, he became the pastor of Greater Emmanuel Temple of Faith, a tiny storefront church in Smithers, West Virginia, that had only 10 members. Undeterred by the small size, Jakes worked tirelessly to grow his congregation. His leadership and preaching caught the attention of larger faith communities, and in 1988, he joined the Higher Ground Always Abounding Assemblies, a Christian denomination led by Bishop Sherman Watkins. Throughout the 1990s, Jakes's ministry expanded rapidly. By 1990, he had relocated to South Charleston, where his congregation grew to 300. Then, in 1993, he moved his ministry to Cross Lanes, West Virginia, and his church ballooned to over 1,100 members. Remarkably, it was a racially diverse group with 60% African American and 40% white congregants. It was during this period that Jakes began exploring broader ways to share his message. In 1995, he founded TDJ Enterprises, his own publishing and media company, which began producing his books and later ventured into film production. Around the same time, he launched a weekly radio and television broadcast called Get Ready, which aired nationally from 1995 to 1996 and introduced his preaching to a much wider audience. By 1996, Jakes made a major move that would redefine his career. He relocated to Dallas, Texas, with his wife, children, and a 50-member staff to establish the Potter's House, a non-denominational megachurch that sits on a 34-acre hilltop campus and features a 5,000-seat auditorium. The growth was exponential. By 1998, just 2 years after its founding, the church had over 14,000 members. Over the years, it would become one of the most influential churches in the United States. Jakes's influence reached beyond the pulpit. In 2005, he joined President George W. Bush on a tour of the areas hit hardest by Hurricane Katrina, providing comfort and support to devastated communities. He was also invited to lead a morning prayer for President Barack Obama on Inauguration Day in 2009 at the historic St. John's Church in Washington, D.C., a clear recognition of his impact across political and cultural lines. That same year, Jakes attempted to enter the secular television world with help from Phil McGraw, Dr. Phil, Jay McGraw, and CBS, although the project never aired due to financial constraints in the industry. However, he eventually launched his own daytime talk show, TD Jakes, in 2015, with backing from Tegna Inc. and Debmar Mercury. The show was broadcast in more than 50 U.S. markets, but was canceled in 2017 due to low ratings. After decades of leadership, ministry, and entrepreneurship, Jakes made a significant announcement on April 27, 2025. In an emotional and symbolic passing of the torch, he declared that he would be handing over the leadership of the Potter's House to his daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, and her husband, Touré Roberts, both respected pastors in their own right. With all this success, it's no surprise that we'd be featuring his ultra-luxurious homes. Mansion in Fort Worth, Texas. In December 2004, Bishop T.D. Jakes made headlines when he purchased a grand estate in Fort Worth, Texas, for over $5 million, a significant drop from the original asking price of $7 million. The 14,000-square-foot mansion, built in 1979, underwent extensive renovations over 3 years, transforming it into a luxurious modern sanctuary that blends contemporary style with comfort and elegance. Nestled on nearly 18 acres of private wooded land, the estate offers both privacy and a peaceful, natural setting. The home was designed with both family life and high-end entertaining in mind. Guest rooms are conveniently located on the ground floor, providing comfort and accessibility for visitors. One of the most unique features of the house is a dedicated wine tasting room, complete with a temperature-controlled wine cellar, perfect for hosting private gatherings or relaxing in style. Fitness enthusiasts are well accommodated with a state-of-the-art fitness center that includes a sauna and full bathroom. Upstairs, the master suite is a private retreat in itself. It boasts a personal balcony with serene views, 2 full bathrooms, and separate walk-in closets, allowing for ample space and luxury. Outside, the grounds are equally impressive. A stunning pool is paired with a sky spa, and an adjacent pavilion includes a full cabana bath, offering resort-style amenities just steps from the home. Access to the property is through a stately circular driveway that leads to a spacious motor court and 2 separate 7-car garages, highlighting the estate's capacity for both elegance and practicality. This home reflects Bishop Jakes' successful career and refined lifestyle, providing a peaceful escape from his busy life as a pastor, author, and media personality. Old Mansion in Dallas, Texas. Before relocating to Fort Worth, Bishop Jakes resided in one of Dallas's most stunning and sought-after properties, an expansive lakeside mansion located at 4001 West Lawther Drive. Nestled along the shores of White Rock Lake, this luxurious 11,000-square-foot estate served as Jakes' home for 15 years and stood as a symbol of his growing influence and success. Built in 1987 and purchased by Jakes in 1990, the 5-bedroom, 6.5-bathroom home offered not only comfort and grandeur, but also sweeping views of the scenic lake and surrounding landscape. The residence featured elegant architectural details throughout, including a dramatic grand staircase that led into a soaring great room. Here, 2-story windows flooded the space with natural light and provided unobstructed views of the lush grounds and tranquil lake. The formal dining room was equally impressive, adorned with French windows that opened onto a terrace, creating an airy atmosphere perfect for entertaining guests or enjoying quiet evenings with family. The kitchen was a chef's dream, equipped with a fireplace, granite countertops, a generous island, breakfast bar, and additional French windows that opened to a terrace with lakefront vistas. The master suite exuded luxury and comfort, complete with its own fireplace, a private sitting area, and a loggia. The spa-like master bathroom boasted dual sinks and plenty of space for relaxation. An adjacent office added functionality and privacy for daily work or spiritual reflection. Upstairs, the second level offered 4 more bedrooms, a spacious game room, a bar, and a second office space, making the home ideal for both family living and hosting visitors. The property extended its elegance outdoors with a landscaped garden, a glistening swimming pool, a koi pond, a gym, and a charming arbor complete with its own fireplace. A guest apartment and a 4-car garage rounded out the many amenities. Jakes sold the estate in 2005 when he made the move to Fort Worth, as his ministry and influence continued to expand. Years later, the mansion re-entered the real estate market, listed in 2019 with an asking price close to $6 million. After months on the market, the home eventually sold in 2020 for a reported amount exceeding $4 million, a reflection of both its timeless appeal and prime location. Philanthropy. Bishop T.D. Jakes, known around the world for his leadership in ministry, is also making a deep and lasting impact through his charitable work. In 2020, Jakes founded the T.D. Jakes Foundation, TDJF, a nonprofit organization focused on closing the opportunity gap for people who face barriers to success. The foundation aims to improve lives by providing access to education, career pathways, and financial support. One of TDJF's most ambitious efforts began in April 2023, when it launched a 10-year partnership with Wells Fargo. The goal? To generate up to $1 billion in capital and financing for underserved communities. In just the first 2 years, this collaboration has already provided $18 million in grants. These funds have gone toward critical areas such as community development, workforce training, housing, and financial literacy. In October 2023, TDJF received a $250,000 grant from Truist Financial Corporation. The funds were designated for the Pathway Program, which connects diverse job seekers to real-world employment opportunities. This initiative is helping people, especially those from underrepresented backgrounds, build careers and gain the confidence they need to thrive in a modern economy. Education is at the heart of TDJF's work. One of the Foundation's most innovative programs is the STEAM Academy, which trains students in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. These are the fields of the future, and Jakes is ensuring young people, especially those from underserved areas, are equipped with the skills they need to succeed. To nurture creativity and cultural exposure, the Foundation also runs the Broadway Experience for Kids. This initiative introduces children to the performing arts by giving them opportunities to attend live Broadway productions. For many, it's their first exposure to theater, sparking inspiration and a sense of possibility. In addition, TDJF has made a strong commitment to higher education. The Foundation has awarded $275,000 in scholarships to 55 high school seniors, helping them take the first steps toward a college degree and a brighter future. TDJF has earned an 87% rating from Charity Navigator, a respected watchdog organization that evaluates nonprofits for their transparency, financial health, and accountability. This score reflects the Foundation's integrity and careful stewardship of donor funds. Through the T.D. Jakes Foundation, Bishop Jakes is doing more than preaching. He's putting faith into action. By investing in people, opening doors, and creating real-world opportunities, Jakes is leaving a powerful legacy of compassion, justice, and lasting change. Personal life. His journey with his wife, Sarita Jakes, is a story of faith, long-distance commitment, and lasting partnership. The couple met in the early 1980s when Jakes was invited to preach at Sarita's hometown church in Beckley, West Virginia. At the time, he was only a part-time pastor at Greater Emmanuel Faith Temple in Charleston. Their connection strengthened following Sarita's baptism, and despite living in separate cities, they maintained a long-distance relationship that led to their marriage in 1982. Together, T.D. and Sarita Jakes have raised 5 children, each carving their own unique paths within or alongside the family's spiritual and media empire. Their daughter, Sarah Jakes Roberts, born in 1988, has followed closely in her father's footsteps. A graduate of Texas Christian University with a degree in journalism, Sarah has emerged as a dynamic speaker and best-selling author. Her works, such as Lost and Found, 2014, and Woman Evolve, 2021, have resonated with readers navigating life's challenges. She plays a prominent role at the Potter's House, the Dallas-based megachurch founded by her father. Another daughter, Cora Jakes Coleman, is also active in ministry. Known for her empowering books like Faithing It and Ferocious Warrior, Cora leads a ministry that supports women battling infertility, an issue she has personally faced. Meanwhile, sons Jermaine, Jamar, and Thomas Jr. have supported the family legacy in various ways. Jermaine volunteers at the Potter's House and works in data and production. Jamar, born in 1979, holds executive roles, managing operations at the Potter's House and leading business development for T.D. Jakes Enterprises. The youngest, Thomas Jr., born in 1994, keeps a lower public profile and is less active in ministry. In November 2024, Bishop Jakes experienced a health scare during a church service. While delivering a sermon, he suffered a medical emergency that caused alarm among the congregation and beyond. Reports later confirmed that he was stable and under the care of medical professionals. He attributed the episode in part to stress and emotional strain brought on by a series of defamatory allegations. Controversy. Jakes has not been immune to controversy. He has long been associated with Oneness Pentecostalism, a belief system that rejects the traditional doctrine of the Trinity. While he has publicly stated that he believes in the Trinity, Critics argue that his teachings align more closely with modalism, the idea that God is a single person who takes on different forms. This doctrinal ambiguity has sparked debate among Christian theologians for years. More serious challenges emerged in recent years when Jakes faced accusations of sexual misconduct from Dwayne and Richard Youngblood, both pastors. Dwayne Youngblood, who is a registered sex offender, accused Jakes of attempting to assault him in the 1980s. Jakes has firmly denied the accusations and has since filed a defamation lawsuit against Youngblood, citing the damaging effect the claims had on his emotional and physical health, including his 2024 medical incident. Beyond these personal and legal battles, Jakes has also faced criticism from some within the African American community. His stance on social issues, especially LGBTQ+ rights, has been described by some as outdated. Though he has expressed more inclusive views in recent years, many believe his message still does not fully align with modern values or the lived experiences of marginalized groups. Despite the controversy, Jakes remains a towering figure in American faith leadership, navigating the complex intersections of religion, family, and public life, with a mixture of charisma, conviction, and resilience. If you found this exploration intriguing, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more insights, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep diving into the lives of those who shape our understanding of faith and wealth.